Good evening. I have the one, the only Mr. Doug Wing, number one best-selling author in the world. I'm kidding. Number one best-selling author, though, dude.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Giant success is a giant success.
Yep.
How ironic is that?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Best-selling author in the world. I'm kidding. Dude. Now,
You know
like,
what? My phone's not muted.
it's not.
Sorry, buddy.
Should we? Oh, dude, we forgot to talk about something.
We did?
Yes. Remember what I said at the end of the last one? I was going to try to convince you to do a giveaway.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, in honor of everything that's going on, dude. And like your dad, today's your dad's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think we
dude.
should.
Okay, well then, hey, everybody. In honor of Doug hitting number one best-selling author, we still need to get because like right now it's number 15 in free enterprise. We want to get this thing in number one in all categories. So if you go to giantsuccessbook.com, that redirects you automatically over to the Kindle page where you can download the Kindle copy of Giant Success. That is the target that we're aiming for, is Kindle. We want to get the Kindle version number one in all categories. So your help is needed. But here's the good news. We're also doing a giveaway tonight, Doug. Why don't you tell everybody what you're going to give them? Not everybody, one person. We're going to pick one of you.
I think since it's Hal's birthday, I think we should give away 2 ladders tonight.
Why not just do 3? Actually, since it was going to be his 82nd birthday, we should do 82 free ladders.
But I think since he's 82, we should do 2, and it's his birthday and everything.
Okay.
And book launch, yeah.
You said I'm not doing 82. That's so funny. Look, number one best-selling author Doug Wing from Brian Kelm. Corey Calvin is onto something here. Corey Calvin is onto something here. Let's celebrate with a new Honda Jet.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
He's really, he wants a jet. Corey does big time. He wants to pilot that baby.
He does. And hello to you. Hello, Robert Brooker. Greetings and salutations. Why is my scroller not working? What the heck is going on? Oh, here. For every dozen hardbound sign books, win a ladder. Doug Page says, we're not worthy.
Doug, how you doing, buddy? That's one of my buddies in the Mustang Club. He's such a good man.
Well, hopefully he goes to giantsuccessbook.com and picks up your book on Kindle so we can get every single category to number one. Come on, man.
Yeah, Doug can afford $1.99. Yeah,
it's $1.99. I mean, that's not even a quarter tank of gas in California. It's not.
Even half a gallon.
Nuts. That is crazy. Nuts. So let's see who all we have on here. We have Bruce Mills. He says, happy birthday to Hal Wing. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dude, did you sing happy birthday to your dad today?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't do that typically since he's passed, but
why not?
I don't know. I mean, he could probably hear me, but he would probably tell me I'm who is this?
Facebook user.
Hey, tell him how to get that taken off the Facebook.
So if you go to StreamYard.com, see if LinkedIn's still doing its crap. LinkedIn needs to get it together, y'all. So LinkedIn Live just keeps crashing for everybody today. Oh, it's Eric. He told me how to say his name.
Flournoy.
Flournoy. Yeah. He said,
Okay.
I'm not the originator of the name. I said, dude, just change it to FLA if it's Flournoy and not
Yeah.
Flournoy. So, dude, yes. All right, so let me
Yeah.
explain this to everybody because Doug didn't think he was number one. So I'm going to share the screen here and show everybody this. So the way this works is this right here. If you go and look at this, it's number 2 in free enterprise, number 10 in startups, and number 15 in free enterprise and capitalism. Those are the 3 categories that the book is listed under. Well, if you go into free enterprise and click on that and you scroll to right there, there it is, number 2, right? But if you scroll down to new releases in free enterprise, it is listed as the number 1 hottest new release under free enterprise. And wait, there's more. If you go to, I feel like Hal Wing on the infomercial right now. If you go over to bestsellers in free enterprise and capitalism and scroll down, oh snap, it's number 1 there as well. So right now it is number 1 in hot new releases in 2 different categories. Under startups, it's listed in hot new releases, but it's number 2. So what that means is this. All that means is this. Here's what it means. It means that we need y'all to please go pick up a copy under your Amazon account, pick up a digital copy of Giant Success. Just go get it. Go get it. You know you want to. It's $1.99.
Yeah.
It's $1.99. Yeah, look, Jamie said he's jumped 30,000 spots. You have, dude, since early. Well, actually more because earlier it was like 46,000 or something like that. And now here it is. It's 17,000 overall out of millions of books.
Wow. Thank you, everyone. It's like I told you this morning, Ken, this is just mind blowing. You know, man, it's really cool.
And look at what Jamie said. Let's see. First off, she's right. Way less than a cup of coffee. Oh, Corey Calvin, you, my friend.
Thank you, Corey.
Corey really wants to be your pilot, dude.
He's a great guy for sure.
Look at this. Jamie Green is on chapter 2. So am I, Jamie. I'm reading it slow. Sorry. In between doing everything else that I'm doing. So let's see. He's jumped 30,000 spots. Where are we? Here in the comments? Robert just paid $6.09 a gallon for premium gas.
Oh,
wow. Are you running premium in your Lamborghini, Robert? Wow. Still want a hard copy. So Doug Page, here's the deal, man. We have hard copies. Let's see. We have hard copies. Sorry, I'm getting a text message. Hard copies will be available toward probably the end of next week is when Doug will be able to start shipping them out. Because they're not in yet. They're just not in.
Yeah.
Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and authorize them to show your name. Because right now you're watching this from the Grow Live Academy private group. And from a private group, you have to tell Facebook it's okay to show your name. I don't know why they do that. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, but that's what they do. It's Facebook. Yeah. So look, it's a race. Who will finish first, Ken or Jamie? Winner goes home with a new ladder. Well, I have an unfair advantage. Since I've I have the the Google Doc that it was written on. Oh man. Wow. So Eric, I hope that you got that. Go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give them permission to show your name. John Harrington, I saw your text message, dude. I'm so sorry. So sorry, dude. That's unbelievable to me. So sad, actually. So we have Kalalur watching from Bangladesh. Thank you for
Wow.
watching. Now log into Amazon from your Amazon account in Bangladesh and go to giantsuccessbook.com and get a digital copy of the book. It's only $1.99 US dollars. And so buy that one for sure. Go to giantsuccessbook.com. Get Doug's book. Let's rocket this thing to the top of Amazon on every category. I'm going to refresh and see if it's changed. Something's different. They were updating the stats a lot more often than they are now. They're not doing it anymore.
They changed it, huh? The way they're doing it.
I don't know. I maybe who knows. Tracy Cook, how in the world are you? Tracy, go get a copy. She's in Australia. She's
Thank you very
amazing.
much for doing that. Wow. Thank you, Tracy.
You're ordering it. She's getting it. That's awesome. Tracy, you have a huge network in Australia. Would you please share this video out and tell everybody to go get a copy? Just for those of you that don't know, Doug Wing wrote a book called Giant Success, and it's all about the life of his father and the principles that his father used to build a little company called Little Giant Ladders. Little Giant Ladders is now the third largest ladder company in the world. And right now, I don't know what they do, 200 to 300 million a year, you think, somewhere in that vicinity?
Probably 3 to 4, I would say, probably now. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
because they have the new contract, the 5-year deal with Lowe's, and so I'm sure that
Oh, yeah,
they've
yeah,
probably surpassed or close at least the 300
yeah.
million mark. Yeah.
Wow. And Doug, you worked there alongside your father and other family members um, for 45 years,
47 years. Yeah. Yep.
47 years.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Wow.
Yep. 10 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was, man, it was a great experience, a wonderful experience. It wasn't easy working with your family, but it was a great learning experience. Learned about the business all the way from the bottom to the top, and saw a lot of interesting things along the way. A lot of successful things, but also a lot of challenging times as well.
Well, John Harrington, who's a really good friend of mine here in Ohio, excuse me. He's actually in law enforcement, but he's had a business too.
Hmm.
And it's been hit hard by all of this stuff, over the last couple of years. And so now he's asking a question, thoughts on opening an already established business like insurance, like State Farm. Um, I mean, what do you think on that, dude?
One of my best friends, good friends, has a State Farm agency in Utah, and he seems to have done very well for himself. Again, it's all about the relationships. I think that insurance is something that everybody needs or should have: life insurance and
Yeah.
car car insurance, those types of things. And my friend is a State Farm agent. He does very well. So again, I think that if you get into something like that and you're good with people and marketing yourself and developing relationships, you be able to do pretty well at it.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Look, I think anything that you really put, I mean, there's certain things that you just, I mean, timing and cash flow and other situations can cause
Mhm.
issues in business for sure. Employees, if you're hiring the wrong employees can be devastating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was asked a lot of times, when he spoke and things, people would ask him, "Hey, what's the most important thing in business?" And I think this might surprise some people, but he would always say, it's the people that you have working for you. It's not the buildings. It's not the patents. It's not your products. It is the people. And if you don't have good people working for you, you're not going to make it. So he said that your people are always your most important asset. And that is, from what I have seen, it is true. Yep.
Look whose name's up on the screen now.
Okay, there he goes.
There you are, Eric. It worked. So,
Yeah.
these are great questions. What are the top 2 things you look for in employees? Let's talk about it from the perspective of the book and what your dad looked for.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet he had a very unique interview style.
Yeah, I mean, my dad was really he was a unique guy. I mean, some people like couldn't figure him out. He was kind of flamboyant a little bit. He was, eccentric, a lot of high energy. I think my dad, believe it or not, and I followed a lot of these principles. He was so super organized, and he was probably a little OCD, but um, you didn't have to have a nice car or the nicest clothes. But I think for my dad, one thing that he always looked at was, okay, what is the guy or the gal that's coming for a job? What kind of a Not what kind of a car, but do they have is their vehicle clean? Are they dressed nicely? One thing I always looked for when I was hiring salespeople was I would look at their shoes, and people are like, "Why would you look at their shoes?" And I was like, if a guy's shoes, especially like dress shoes, were like scuffed up and they weren't polished and well taken care of, I was like, okay, this reflects upon the person, right? Do they take pride in the way that they look? And they don't have to wear an Armani suit or anything like that, but I'm just saying, are they neat? Are they clean? Um, you know, um, and again, they don't have to be driving a Ferrari or anything like that, but do they take care of what they have? And my dad was like that. Like when we were looking for suppliers, he would like do plant tours. And if like a company we were buying stuff from had like a messy shop and it was like really dirty and dingy, he wouldn't buy from him. He wanted somebody who had a real nice, clean, organized shop who, took care of what they had basically.
Dude, that's awesome. Um, the problems we had with employees this year was the stimulus. Couldn't find anyone dependable.
Yeah,
Wow.
but one of the things that we did look for, especially in salespeople, since my dad grew up on a farm, we did look for guys that knew how to work, guys and gals, and typically people that grow up on farms, different things like that, really had a strong work ethic. They got up early, did a lot of hard manual labor, and so, we would really hire on, and one thing my dad always said was we hire on attitude first, because you cannot teach attitude. You can teach someone how to make a ladder. You can teach someone how to sell a ladder. But
Yeah.
if someone has a crappy attitude, it's really hard for them to change their attitude.
It's that is very, very difficult to I mean it's in my opinion, it's the hardest part of operating a business is finding the right people, the right team. It's so difficult.
And it's gotta today, I mean, like I said, I've got some companies that I work, that I own right now, but I'm not really involved in them. But today has got to be, like we talked about earlier, really, really difficult today because there's so many people who just don't even want to work, and the entitlement society that we live in today. And I mean, every place you go, Ken, right now, restaurants, gas stations, if you want to go buy something in the mall, remember when you and I were in Phoenix, every place we went to had help wanted signs.
Yeah, everywhere.
I mean,
It's like that here.
yeah.
It's like that here. I on the way back from Dallas last week, look at what John says. We are having issues to a degree in law enforcement as well. The pool of applicants has dwindled. One of our mutual friends was telling me that, John. I think that first off, I want to remind everybody why we're here. We're here so you will go buy giantsuccessbook.com. You'll go there and buy the book. It's $1.99 right now, literally. So, but I was driving home, and I mean, when you're driving and you're on a road trip, your options for food are very limited, right? But
Yeah.
so I saw a Hardee's, and I was like, Hardee's sounds good. I can get a mushroom and Swiss burger. I love those things. They're delicious. And so I pull in, I'm sitting in the drive-through, and there's a car at the speaker already, and I'm sitting behind it waiting and waiting and waiting. And I happen to look over, and there's an employee standing out front smoking a cigarette. And I roll my window down. I just looked at her, and she looked at me, and she goes, "We're closed." I go, "It's 4:30 in the afternoon. What do you mean you're closed?" She
Yep.
goes, "I'm the only one here, and I can't handle the workload. I had to shut it down." I go, "Why are you the only one here?" And she goes, "We can't find anybody to work." And
That's
they're paying $15 an hour. And this is in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas or something. I don't know where it was,
yeah.
but I'm like, if you can't find a job today,
Yeah.
and here's the thing, pain's the predecessor of all wisdom. So the market will reset itself. Unfortunately, those of us who depend on teams right now, or humans to help us build our companies, we have to take the brunt of some of this. And it's unfortunate. It really is. But at the end of the day, you know what I think. Um, so what is the solution to this problem? Does your book explain how?
It does address it in that, when my dad talks about giving people opportunities, and it doesn't really talk about, how to pick hirees, but well, it does talk about that. It does. We do talk about in that. I do remember one part now where it does talk about where we do hire, and we did hire for people that grew up on farms and things like that, and looking for people who have done a lot of hard, strenuous work. And so yes, it talks about that. And I think that one of the things that made my dad unique was he would look at anybody. I mean, there's a story in the book I could share with you, Ken, about when they were hiring. This would have been early 80s, and they were hiring for manufacturing, and my dad was there, and the head of manufacturing was there, and they had like a stack of resumes, probably half inch, 3/4 of an inch thick. And the gentleman that was over manufacturing grabbed the top resume, crinkled it up, and threw it in the garbage can
Wow.
and said, "This guy's a loser. We don't even need to bring him in."
Oh, yeah.
And my dad said, "What do you mean he's a loser?" And my dad walked over to the garbage can and picked up the resume and unwrinkled it. And the guy that was over manufacturing said, "Well, he just got out of prison, so he's a loser." And my dad goes, "Wait a minute, let me look at this." And so he looks at the resume, and he looks and sees this guy's an Eagle Scout. You know how many youth become Eagle Scouts?
Not
Not very
many.
many. And then he looks down and he goes, he served a 2-year church mission. And he's like, "This is a good guy. Obviously something's happened in his life. Bring him in for an interview." And the guy's like, "Are you serious?" My dad's like, "Bring him in." So he comes in. My dad personally interviews him. He finds out this guy is unbelievable. He's a great guy. He made a bad mistake. He paid for it. He got out of prison. And my dad hired him. And he ended up being one of the best employees we ever had. And this guy worked his way all the way up to becoming, he was over the entire warehouse. My dad gave him the keys to the building. And by the way, he was in prison for taking things that he shouldn't have taken, that weren't his. And so here's my dad. And my dad was telling me that the day that he called him into his office and told him he was in charge of all of the inventory and the warehousing, and handed him this big set of keys, he goes, this guy, who was a big guy, about 6'2", 6'3", about 250 pounds, picked up my dad and hugged him like a rag doll and was sobbing like a little baby. And he
Yeah.
was so grateful for the opportunity. This guy worked for us for the rest of his career, great employee, and finished out his career and was as honest as the day is long. But how many people, how many employers would have given this guy a chance?
That's the thing, is not probably not very many at all. And that's the essence of this book. That's why I want everybody to read this book. I'm telling you, it'll change your perspective on life. And more than anything right now, this world needs hope. And I think that this book, Giant Success, I mean, look, it's not all about the financial success that Hal Wing had. It's about the human success that Hal Wing had. And it's carried over into what you're doing. I just said to you, hey, let's give away a ladder, and you said, let's give away two.
Yeah.
That's just because
Well,
that's who you are.
the fact is, if you read this book, when you read this book, you won't know that Hal Wing had this many cars or this many houses, because it doesn't talk about that.
No.
It talks about blessing people, helping people, serving people, giving them opportunities, providing, jobs, and that's what, and to answer Tracy's question, absolutely, you can teach someone skills. There's no question about it. And that was my point, was it's very difficult to change somebody that
But
has a terrible attitude, but you can help them develop skills. Yeah.
she says, but do you believe you can teach someone skills, but not attitude or personality?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to teach someone to have a good attitude. And Ken, you've been an employer. If you have somebody that has a really cruddy attitude, crappy attitude, whatever you want to say, it's hard to teach attitude.
No, I've found it very useful that if somebody has a bad attitude that works for you, taking them into a back room and punching them in the face is very helpful.
Well, the problem that you have, if somebody
I'm
has a
kidding.
bad attitude, it's
That's a
like,
joke.
yeah, I know, Ken. But kind of the rotten apple. You put a rotten
Yep.
apple into a bushel of apples, and what happens? It spreads to the other
Spreads.
apples. And
Yeah.
so, really, what we looked for at Little Giant was honest people, hardworking people, and we taught them how to do, the job that they needed, and people that were happy and had a good attitude.
Yeah.
And those people ended up being great employees.
Dennis, my brother, how you doing? Good to see you. He's over in
Wow,
China.
China? Holy cow!
China.
Hi,
Yeah.
Dennis. Yeah, and so
Dennis is a big deal.
yeah, and so Hal Wing had this ability to and we talked about this morning, but instead of looking at people in their current situation, Hal Wing had this unique gift. He could look at people and see what their potential was, and that they had this potential, and then he helped them develop that potential and turn them into better men and women.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing gift he had to lift others, to give people opportunities, and to make them better.
Hey, Dennis. I want to give Dennis a shout out. And I also want to say, Dennis, we would like for you to be the very first person in China to spend $1.99 and buy the new Giant Success book on Kindle. You can go to giantsuccessbook.com. It'll redirect you right to the Amazon Kindle page, and you can pick up a copy of it. It's $1.99 right now.
Thank you, Dennis. Yeah.
Dennis, that'd be great if you did it. Eric says, there you go, Ken. Give them the old one too. That'll shape their attitude up. Skylar says, my local chamber of commerce recently started a reentry program and have a lot of success with it. Most of the people will stay very loyal to someone giving them a second chance. That is, I believe that's probably true.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
believe
doubt
it's
it at all.
it's people, we've all messed up, man. We've all screwed up. We've all made mistakes. Some mistakes are greater than others. I get that, but everybody's made mistakes. And I believe that we all deserve a second chance if their heart is and intentions are right,
Sure. Yeah. And, have we gotten burned a couple of times? I'm sure we have, on people that didn't work out. But, my dad, he gave people opportunities, and it worked out you know, for the most part, it worked out great, and he built people, and
Right.
yeah,
And he, you know, he always gave cops a second chance. If he
yeah,
got a speeding ticket, it didn't slow him down.
yeah. One of my dad's attorneys said that you know, my dad had a lead foot, and he says, "I think every judge in every county in Utah has a little giant ladder that got sent to him."
Oh, jeez.
But you know that, yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but
That is funny.
my dad was he did support the police, the men and women of law enforcement, not for that reason, but he did it in the military. My dad was a military man too. He was in the army, and so he did appreciate those men and women that serve us for sure.
Only $12, 12.77. Is
Is that
that yen or yang, or what is the Y? It's in China.
what what is the money? Is it
You've been to China, haven't you?
no, no, my dad and my brother went, but I after they told me what they ate over there and everything, I decided I didn't want to go.
Dude, you've not been to China?
No, my dad told me they ate some donkey parts one time, and I was like, I don't think I'm going."
Donkey parts?
Yeah, donkey.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
they don't waste anything over there.
Bob Proctor hired a man he met when visiting a prison, and this worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, we are, first off, Doug, I'm extremely, I mean, extremely happy for you. So excited, man. You are, it is official that you are a number one best-selling author. You've hit number one in two different hot new release categories on Amazon, which is absolutely amazing. Um, Look,
Well,
the food here is great. The weird food is rare. It's what everyone likes to talk about.
yeah, and this was
Uh,
Dennis, this was in the very beginning when we started doing some, you know, they started having some parts made in China. Things have gotten more Western as far as the food and stuff, but in the very beginning, my brother said it was pretty interesting over there. And then he was just saying like the mattresses were hard as a rock and different things like that. But I think it's become more Westernized as it's gone along. This was probably 30 years ago. So
yeah. Yes, Tracy, thank you. And Tracy, I hope that you can get everybody in Western Australia to buy a copy of the book. That'd be kind of cool.
that would
Um,
be very cool.
one way you could do that is just start going door to door and telling everybody you know to go to giantsuccessbook.com. Everybody you meet, I realize you're not going to know every person that you meet as you're knocking on their doors. And there's really no benefit to you in this whole equation, except for you would just be doing a really nice thing for Doug and them, because when they read the book, I'm telling you, okay, so last night, Doug is 2 hours behind me in time zone wise, and last night he was at a Phoenix Suns basketball game and I wasn't. And I was sitting here working, getting stuff ready for today for Doug, um and so I get an email from Amazon saying your purchase has been delivered to your Kindle account. I'm like, that's the book. Oh my gosh! And I went in, I start reading the book, and I got to this one part. Look, you'll understand. I promise you. You'll get to it and you'll say, I mean, think about here's what I think about, Doug. I think about all of the the bad people there are on this planet, and there are some. I believe they're rare. It's rare to find a really evil, truly evil person, but they exist, and unfortunately, they have a tendency of wreaking havoc in the lives of people around them. But you know, when oh, Dennis, thank you, brother. I hope you picked up a copy and you're the very first customer in China. But and enjoy church, my friend. So what I love about this book, what I love about you, what I love about your dad, um, is your dad, and he taught you this. I mean, I don't know if I don't know that you would be the same person. Maybe you would be. I don't know, but he gave you some values that are absolutely part of who you are.
Mm,
Um, and that is that you can give to the world and you're going to be okay. Like
mhm.
your dad just gave to people and gave and gave and gave and helped and got in the ring and did everything he could. You know, you were talking about how he would place $100 bill at the end of the hallway at work and have people putt and whoever putted a ball closest won the $100 bill. Like
Yeah.
he was just a giving, loving, fun loving guy. And that's what this whole book is about. It's to bring hope to this world for people to see that you don't have to be a butthead in
Mhm.
life. You can actually be a really good person, have a lot of fun, and really enjoy your life and make a splash in the universe while you're here.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I think a lot of people can think about this statement. Most people love money and use people. Hal Wing loved people and used money to bless
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And he really did. He was he was a people person. He he just loved,
Yeah.
helping people, hiring people, watching people grow, seeing potential, and uh, that's what he was all about. Yes, he was successful. Yes, he had nice things. He enjoyed nice things, but he gave away a lot of money and a lot of his time, and he helped a lot of people.
So
Yeah,
amazing.
I had great parents, and my mom was the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for that was Tracy that shared that 7
Crazy.
times. Thank you so much.
Seven different
Oh,
Facebook
yeah, 7
groups.
groups. Yeah, thank you.
That's
Wow.
awesome, Tracy. You're amazing. She is amazing, dude. Oh my gosh. She's absolutely amazing. So look, we're trying to get Doug's book to number 1 in every category. We need a bunch of people to go into giantsuccessbook.com. That'll redirect you automatically to the Kindle page. We need you to pick up a copy of the Kindle version of the book. It's $1.99 US dollars. So in Australia, that's probably $10. I'm kidding. I don't know what the US dollar, I have no idea what the exchange rates are right now, but I know
Are
the
they
US dollar is really worth not much, but
Yeah, are they still on, like, the British system over in Australia?
I
I don't
don't know. You would have to ask Tracy. Tracy, I don't know. Have you been to Australia?
No, I wanna go to Australia and New Zealand. That's, like, a really long
Uh,
flight, but I know they're beautiful places, yeah. But Australia has a lot of snakes and weird critters and stuff. But, it would be fun to go there, but, New Zealand's really beautiful, I heard. I'd love to go there.
well, the just so you know, the snakes and weird critters don't hang out at the Hyatt
Yeah.
or or the Marriott or any of that, you know.
But,
So
yeah,
Jamie says it's gorgeous there. Jamie, have you been there?
Jamie's
Have
been
you been there?
I think so. She
One US dollar equals 1.3568 Australian dollars. Wow.
hmm,
Wow.
interesting.
Well, listen, we
Are we
gotta
gonna
say,
we're gonna give some
yep.
ladders away? What are we doing?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give away a couple of ladders here. Let's should we get on a phone call? Should I call you? Should we mute ourselves and do that?
Uh, yeah,
Probably.
okay.
Here, I'll call you right now. Hang on. All right, we're gonna mute. She's been to Australia and New Zealand. She spent a month in Australia. Jamie Green did.
Mm.
That's pretty cool. Hang on. Everybody hang on. We're gonna give away a couple of ladders. I don't who wants a let before we make the call here, Doug. Drop a 1 in the comments if you have not yet won a little giant ladder from us or Doug Wing, and you would like to win one. Drop a 1. Drop a 1 in the comments if you'd like to win a little giant ladder. If you've already won a ladder, do not drop a 1, and I will know if you are telling the truth. We only have 4 people, 4 ones, or well, 2 of the same. So 3 people have dropped a 1. Everybody else has won a ladder. Skylar says, 1, I have one, but would like to win one. He did not win one from us before.
Yeah, and this
That
is
I
the
do
gonna
know.
be I'm sure he probably doesn't have the king combo. He might, but this is gonna be a king combo we're gonna do,
Oh,
right?
you're doing the king combo.
Yeah. I think
Wow.
that's a great little ladder. Yeah, I think we should
It's
do
an awesome ladder.
2 of those, the 5-footers.
Okay. 5 that they turn into 10.
Yeah. 5-foot
Okay.
step, 10-foot extension ladder.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so we have some ones of people who would like to win. Let's do this, man. Let's jump on a quick call,
Do
and
they
we're
have
going to
to
mute ourselves and jump on a call. If somebody comes in and asks what's going on, somebody in the comments tell them, please. Thank you. Here we go. Mute yourself. I'm muting myself.
Yeah, hello, buddy. Huh?
All right, we're back. Um, we decided not to do any giveaways. I'm just kidding. Doug, you're still muted. Unmute yourself on StreamYard. There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
sorry about that. I muted myself on my see, everybody needs to know something. And I'm not afraid to tell you, but I do not understand computers very good. I don't understand these things very good. I'm pretty uh
But I
very
will tell you, he has the best of all of them.
but
Like,
I'm not very tech savvy, but I'm very grateful for Ken because there have been times I wanted to, and I told him I'm going to take my MacBook Pro and I'm going to put it underneath my tire and I'm going to drive over it several times. And he's like, "Don't do it."
and he was not that calm, just so you know, when he said it. So
And he always answers my phone, and sometimes, I was grateful he does because I would have done it, but anyway.
I've almost hung up on you a
But
few
now
times.
there is a lesson in this book. My father, that was one of my. There's quotes at the very end of this book, and one of my dad's quotes was, "Patience is a waste of time." The guy had no patience, and he even said eating lunch is a waste of time. He was just,
That's literally the title of chapter 1.
yeah, yeah.
Patience is a waste of time. It's such a good freaking book, y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. All right, so let's announce our winners. Winner, 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 chicken dinner, dinner, dinner. You go first.
All right. I am
Hold
very.
it. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
You got to get your drum roll. All
Let's
right.
go.
My pick is Jamie Green. She is
Jamie Green.
the solar.
Wow, dude. That's so awesome. I love Jamie Green.
Yeah, she's great.
She's amazing. She is amazing. Jamie Green, the Solar Queen. Congratulations.
What she
You
said.
are
She's like, "What?"
the official winner of a King Combo Little Giant Ladder. I have one and it rocks. It
Yeah,
rocks.
she's gonna love it, and, her husband, Matt, right? I think it's Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Yep.
Matt, you better tell Matt, yeah, because I know Jamie would get out there and do stuff, you know, she's such a doer, but you tell Matt, "This is your ladder, Matt, and you get these stuff,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, and you do the honeydew stuff."
Wow. She said my kids are pumped. That's awesome. Corey said now she can get up there and inspect solar panels. That is true. She should be doing that. I'm kidding. And then the second winner, and listen, we base this off of who has shared this out and given it a lot of attention. And listen, international shipping, it would be cheaper to just send you the money than to ship a ladder to you.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sorry, but we that did play a part in this. The other winner is Mr. Brian Kelm. Brian, if you're still on here, if you're not here, by the way, you just gave up your ladder to somebody else. So but Brian Kelm is the second winner of a King Combo Little Giant Ladder. So Brian, if you're here, please say you're here. Please say you're here. I hope he's here,
We'll give
man.
him a second, and then if he's
Yeah.
here, then we'll go
Come
on.
on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Everybody's saying congrats. Oh, there he is.
There we go,
I was
Brian.
like, oh no, Brian's not here. So Brian, congratulations. Brian is excited about it, is ordering a case of hardbound signed copies of books, which is incredible. I wonder if he realizes that there's 700 books in a case.
Ken, come on.
I'm kidding.
How many are there? 12 or 24?
I have no idea, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We better
I
find
don't,
out.
I don't know. I have no idea. Tracy, it would be cheaper to get on an airplane and fly the ladder to you, like, than to pay international shipping. So yeah, very, very cool. Look, one thing you're going to learn about Doug. Oh, he said a case is 12, I believe. Brian said that.
Oh, cool.
I swear I thought it was 700, but I could be wrong. Brian's like, I would have to sell my house. Are you crazy? So look, thank you guys all so much. You've helped Doug get to the #1 best-selling author position in Amazon, and there's not a better feeling. I mean, it's really a pretty cool feeling.
Well, one thing, Ken, that we talked about before was how humble my dad really was about his success, and he always said that at some point in his life, after this life was over, that he was going to have to answer for the things that he did with the things that he was blessed with, and that the resources that he had while he was on this earth were not his; they were just on loan from somebody up there.
Yeah.
And that one day he would have to give an accounting.
Yeah.
And say, all right, Hal, I blessed you with a lot of things. I blessed you not only with resources, but also with talents, abilities. Yeah. And what did you do with them? Who did you bless? Whose lives did you help and touch? And my dad lived his life like that because he believed that.
Yeah.
And I believe that as well, is that we are going to, we're going to have to someday, answer for what we were blessed with and what we had and how did we use it.
And not just the money. The probably the most important part of what you just said is the talent. The people that sit around on their hands and do nothing with their talent because they're afraid or they're they're playing a story from the past that somebody else told them or whatever. Um, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Doug definitely is going to do that. It's
Yeah,
coming.
I was talking to Ken today. I had a gentleman, my first speaking opportunity today,
Yeah.
that just reached an agreement with a company, and it's going to turn into two because he has two. He sits on a board for a nonprofit. I'm going to go do that one, and then I'm going to be a keynote speaker at his annual meetings this fall in Las Vegas. So, uh,
Oh, you know what we should do? I just had a thought.
yeah,
Because okay, can I announce the Springville thing?
yeah, you can.
All right, so here's the deal. For anybody who would like first off, meet Doug, meet me, and meet my wife, all three of us in the same spot in Springville, Utah. Doug in the week of May the 2nd ish, somewhere in that week,
Yeah.
we are going to all be at the Springville Library. Doug is doing a book signing and a presentation there, and you'll be able to meet us all. I'm running security, so don't try any funny stuff or it will go down. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
So
that just barely came about here in the last couple of days too. They
it
asked me to
did.
come back
Yeah.
and speak where I grew up and went to high school and everything, where my dad was the mayor, and it'll be
Yeah.
at the brand new Springville Public Library. I'll be doing giving a presentation, answering questions, signing books, and I'm pretty excited. And so I've invited Ken and Jill to come, and because Jill, I'm telling you, Jill Walls, when her and I worked on this book together, she said, I want to meet all these people. I want to see Springville. I want to see where your dad was, where he grew up. And she's, she just was so excited about this. So
Look, take my money already for the course. Jamie says you should make a deck of cards with all the Howways. That
oh
is a
yeah, that's a good
that's
idea.
a
That's a great idea.
brilliant idea.
Yeah, and have those so that people can just keep looking at those and working on those. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's brilliant, Jamie. Wow. So you guys, thank you for helping Doug get to number one. Um, there's the old 1-2 Kenwell security.
There's only a few people that I know that could be my security. Ken's one of them, and then we've got Mike O'Reilly that was in the book, that he was my dad's security, and he actually beat a couple people up that said bad things about my dad
Yeah.
playing low, and that's another part that could be in the book, but it's not.
Oh, no, I'm kidding, but when I say that, I mean, I really anybody that would like to meet Doug and get a signed copy of the book, the that week of May the 2nd, we will all be in Springville, Utah, and I want to see a security shirt too, Ken.
The gun.
Nadia, did you go to Giant Success Book and pick up a copy of the book? Because if you have not, it's $1.99. Please go there now. That'll take you right over to the Amazon store for the Kindle version. Go pick up a copy, Nadia.
Yeah. Hey, Nadia, good to see you on here again.
No, don't say it's good to see her until she says I bought a copy. I'm just kidding.
She'll get one.
I love Nadia. She is amazing. Like I didn't know her online and I met her in person at Craig Duswalt's event. Jeez, man, what is wrong with my eye? And she is a rock star, rock star, rock star. She's awesome. Most definitely she did. You rock. I knew you did. So this is going to be $2. I have that. This is going to be if you want to meet Doug and me and my wife, we're all going to be in spring. My wife doesn't even know this.
I hope she's gonna. When
She'll
you
be
gonna?
there. She'll be there. Might even bring the kids. I don't know. We'll see. But Springville, Utah, And at the public library in Springville, Utah, Doug is going to be doing a book signing and a little presentation while he's there. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
One of the coolest quotes in that book is in my book, Ken, is actually from the current CEO of Little Giant, where he said, really short and sweet, he said, Hal Wing planted the trees and we all get to enjoy the shade. And boy, how true that is.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
She said, I don't care about you guys. I want to meet Jill. That's
That's
funny.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jill is an incredible, incredible
Oh,
human and woman. She's great. Yeah,
she is.
you and Jill, you get me going. We talked about that this morning where there was times where I was like, got a little bit slothful, and man, you got in my face a couple times,
I
and
didn't get in your face. Well, maybe I did.
you got my attention.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jeffrey got my attention a couple times too,
Yeah.
but I'm grateful now that it's done. It's so rewarding, and just to see the people that are interested in this and how it's going to bless them and help their lives and help them to be more successful is just, it's so rewarding.
That's the thing. Like, you write a book and you just don't know. Like, you think, who's going to want to read this book? Like, you
Yeah.
you just don't know.
And Ken, we had that conversation, right? Ken's helped me. He's been coaching me and helping me with other things. And he kept telling me, dude, this book is going to be amazing. It is going to be a best-selling book. And I was like, are you serious? And, because I come from a totally different, I was in manufacturing and sales for so long, and
yeah.
I've never done anything in books, and I didn't have any idea that people would want to learn about this and hear about this. But there's some amazing stories and just wonderful teachings in this book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. You guys are going to love it. So go pick up a copy if you haven't. I set up giantsuccessbook.com so it redirects right now. It's redirecting to the Amazon Kindle page on Amazon so you can go buy the Kindle version. For those of you that want the paperback version, look around on Amazon. You can find it. But we're trying to push the Kindle version right now to get this thing ranked number 1 in all categories. So if you would share out the Giant Success Book link to your friends, to everybody on social media, tell them they need to get this book, and see how Hal Wing went from being in insurance sales to seeing an idea excuse me, for a ladder, and then taking it to the next level. And now, like you said, you think they're doing $300-400 million a year now in business, and became the 3rd largest ladder company in the world, which is unbelievable. Like, it's just unbelievable. And all of the great things that Hal did along the way to give back to the world, to help other people feel better about their lives, to help employees make more money, be better people, have a better life. He was just he was just a man that we should all strive to at least um live like he did. You know what I mean? Like, just be like Hal.
Yeah. Well, I was going to just tell one quick story. Right before I retired,
Let me
we
give
had,
you full screen, dude.
had this administrative assistant that I heard she was leaving. And she said, yeah, I got an offer I can't refuse. It's like double the money I'm making here at Little Giant. And I just hate to leave, but it's just too good to be true. And it's just going to be a better situation for me. And so she left. And I'm not kidding you, Ken. Like 2 months later, I'm walking through the office and this woman is back. She's back with the company. And
Wow.
I said, what the heck? You're back. And she goes, everything I was promised wasn't true. I just missed it at Little Giant. The culture, the people, the atmosphere here. I've never worked any place like this before, and I just wanted to come back. And she was in a different position, but she's like, I'll work anywhere there. Just let me come back. And
Wow.
it's just a really, really, it was, to me, it was a really kind of a neat testimony, if you will, of the culture that we build at Little Giant, that Hal Wing really started and built,
Yeah.
where everyone that works there is treated like family. They know they're loved, they know they're appreciated. And I mean, we did little things like everyone that works at Little Giant got their birthday off with pay. Now, was that a big deal for the company? Did that cost us a lot of money? No, not really. But
Right.
every year when when your birthday came around, you got the day off, you got paid. And just little things like that that other companies don't do,
Yep.
that made people loyal to you and made people want to be there and stay there and work hard for you. Another guy that retired from our company, Jerry, his name is Jerry. When I interviewed him, he said, I knew your dad loved me so much as an employee, as a person, that I never wanted to disappoint him. And I worked that much harder for your dad because I knew he loved and cared about me. How many of us can say they had bosses like that where they're like, I love this guy and I know he loves me and I'm going to bust my butt for this guy?
Yeah.
Not very many, I can tell you that.
Yeah. It's true, man. It's
Yeah.
true. Eric says, love the relationship you have. I don't know if Eric knows this. I mean, your dad passed away in 2012. Here it is 10 years later. When did he pass? What was the
August. Yeah. In
was
August. Yeah.
August? Okay. So here we are 10 years later almost. And his legacy is still living. And this book will and things that are coming, there are other things coming that people don't even we won't even talk about yet. But there are other things coming that are massive. That are, the legacy of your father is going to live forever. Like it's going to
Mhm.
live forever now. And
Well,
I hope, I know you want to say something, but let me say this. I hope that my kids speak so highly of me 10 years after I've passed.
yeah. Well, the thing is w- there's days where I meet somebody and they met my dad. They know my dad, and I'm in Arizona now. I mean, I moved down here, knew like 3 people in Phoenix, and the first week I walked into church, my bishop walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" "I'm Bishop so and so." And I said, "Oh, I'm Doug Wing." And he goes, "Are you related to Hal Wing?" And I said, "Yes, he's my father." And he says, "Your dad spoke at BYU when I was going through the Marriott School of Business, getting his MBA."
Yeah,
He said, "I was so impressed with him." And, here's it. I walk in and somebody knows him, right? And
it's crazy.
it happens all the time. I'll be on an airplane or something, start talking to somebody, and they're like, "Do you know Hal Wing? You're related to him?" I said, "Yeah." And then I hear these incredible stories, and so it just keeps going. It's just incredible.
Wow. It's unbelievable, man. And I think that that's the goal. Like Nadia just said, that is the goal. The goal should be everybody should have the goal of leaving a massive legacy of how you positively impacted the lives of millions of other people.
Hmm.
And you can definitely say that Hal Wing did that.
Yeah.
And now you've been doing it too. I mean, you worked at the company, so you were directly involved in, I know you attended design meetings and you're like, no, we can't, I don't think we should do that. Or maybe we should add this to a ladder or do that. I'm sure you were involved in some of that stuff over the years
Hmm.
and making ladders safer so people don't fall and get injured as often. And I mean, that's what this book is all about, is just bringing all of those lessons that you learned, that Hal taught, that and everything that built this company and this life and this legacy. That's what this is all about. And people can take this and apply it to their own lives right now. The information in this book, if you apply it to your own life, it'll change your life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like we talked about, a big part of it is, I have my little coin here, and
Yeah.
you got one of these, Ken, this quote right here. This quote is one of the chapters in the book, yeah, about building people. And
Yeah.
basically this quote says, if you concentrate on building a business and not the man, you will not achieve. But if you build the man, you achieve both.
Yeah.
And Zig Ziglar said it in a different way. Yeah. he said, you can get anything you want in life as long as you help enough other people get what they want. And that's really what that quote right there is, in Hal Wing's words, is build people and the rest will happen. And it did. And it happened for him. It happened for us. It happened for me. It happened for Little Giant. And it can happen to everyone here that's on this show tonight. Is build people, help people, love people, and you will be successful. There's no question about it.
Yep. So with that being said, this will be the last time that we are live together today. Again, thank you to everybody who's participated, who shared this out, who helped get Doug to #1 bestseller status. It's incredible. And if you bought the book, read the book, because the book will impact you in a positive way. It will impact you in a very, very positive way. It'll change your life if you allow it.
Yeah, and I just want to echo what you said, Ken. Thank you to everyone that has helped me along this way. I mean, I couldn't do it by myself, and I'm just and again, this is a story about Hal Wing, right? I learned from Hal Wing, but man,
Yeah,
without my dad, without Hal Wing, Little Giant would not exist. I would not have the skills that I learned, from him and those types of things. So on his birthday, to me, it is just an honor to talk about him. I miss him every day. I love him, and man, I can't wait to see him again. And I know he's happy about today, and I'm sure he's smiling.
absolutely, he is. I'm positive of that for sure. So thank you to everyone who's helped out today, who's shared this out. The day's not over. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep getting family and friends to grab a copy. Go to giantsuccessbook.com. Tell them they need to go spend $1.99 and invest in $1.99.
And yourself, yeah.
Crazy. Invest in yourself. Get a copy of this on the Kindle. The Kindle app is free to download to your phone or your tablet, and you can read the book right there. So Jamie says, thank you for writing the book. Thank you for writing the book, Doug.
Well, thank you, Jamie, and again, thank you to Jeffrey and to Ken and Jill for really inspiring me to do this, and then whipping me into shape, because it was hard. Like Ken mentioned this morning, this was during COVID. It took 18 months, but we were in a very different situation the last year and a half. But
Yeah.
it's been a wonderful, man. I learned more things about my dad that I never knew, and I just grew to love him even more. And
Yeah.
like Ken's wife Jill said, when I pass away, she said, one of the first people I want to meet, I want to go find Hal Wing and talk to him.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, that's pretty cool,
And I gotta tell you, like I her office is upstairs, and which you've been here, you know where I'm talking about, and they're I'm every day I'd walk out, Jill, and she was like, yeah, where are you? I'm at my desk working on Doug's book. I mean, she poured her heart and soul into helping you produce the perfect book. And it's amazing to me, man, that this has all come together today. It's just freaking amazing.
Yeah, and she did such a good job. And she said, I feel like I know your dad
I
so
know.
she's like, I have this thing, and she does, huh? She has
I
a
know.
thought in her heart. She's like, I love your dad. I love him, And I was like,
I know.
that's how he was. People that
Yeah.
loved him,
Never even met the guy. All we've seen are pictures and videos,
Yeah, and she watched that one video, a couple of them, and then she heard his voice when he talked about his poem he wrote, and that poem Opportunity is in the book. And
yes, it is.
and so really that poem's so cool, because that's what Hal Wing did provide to people, was opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
he,
amazing.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, I just thought it was cool how Jill is like, she loves Hal.
She does. She does. Yes, Jamie. And I said that earlier. It's a third of a gallon of gas in California.
Definitely in California. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 5 something a gallon. That's crazy. Anyway, so and Nadia says, I love that. This book is a game changer. So I recommend everybody get a copy of it. Doug, thank you, brother. Again, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so proud of you that you finally knocked this thing over the finish line. It's live. You are now officially a #1 best-selling author, which is just amazing, man. I'm so proud of you, dude.
Thank you, Ken. And more good stuff to come. Yeah, we're going to keep trying to help people for sure.
Big stuff.
Yeah.
And those that won the ladder giveaway, there are 2 winners, Jamie Green and Brian Calm. Make sure that we get your address, send it to me or send it to Doug. Might as well send it to Doug if you have access.
Yeah, I think they're friends with me on social. Oh, Ken, you froze up a little bit.
Yeah, I think my internet's
Yeah, they
getting
can just
tired.
email me. They can just email me at doug@dougwing.com. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Email doug@dougwing.com. Your shipping address along with your phone number. Make
Hey,
sure
and
you
that
include your phone
I just
number.
want to say thank you to Jamie too, because that deck of cards idea, Ken, we need to follow up on. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I know. I agree. We'll do it.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank
Stay
you.
with me.
I
You
appreciate it.
guys have a great night.
Good
Have
weekend,
a
everyone.
fantastic weekend, and we will see you all later.
See you guys.